Hello and welcome to North Ayrshire Women's Aid. This is our new hub. We've called the Hub on the Corner as we sit on the corner. We've made some changes due to COVID restrictions and I'll tell you a little bit about those just now. So we first ask that everybody sanitises their hands using the hand sanitizer. We provide masks for anyone who doesn't have, and we ask that everybody sign in for both fire regulations and test and trace. For test and trace, we only keep the details for 21 days in line with GDPR. So our lovely window here, the idea behind that is that the women that use the service will be able to paint a little leaf and they'll add a little something to it each time they come in. So not only is it bright and cheerful, it adds a little bit more privacy as well. By them painting a leaf and adding a little something to it, they're leaving a little bit of themselves along the way. It was started off by one of our very talented young volunteers, and this is her work so far, and we hope that this will continue. When a woman enters through the front door and signs in, they'll be asked what they're here for, and if they're here for an appointment, they'll be led through into this waiting area. So in the waiting area, we have set up tea and coffee making facilities. That's so that a woman can help herself to a cup of tea or coffee just to relax while she waits. It also minimises the risk of the virus transferring as well, so staff aren't making cups of tea, they're not handing over cups. A woman will make that herself, and at the end of the day that tree's taken away. There's also the TV that will be on. There's usually something funny with cats playing in the background or some relaxing music. And we have privacy screens on the windows. The high back chairs also provide privacy for any woman who's waiting, and the privacy screens on the windows just add that little bit more. So a woman will be led from the waiting area into one of these two support rooms. One's slightly larger than the other, but they're both set up pretty much the same. Both seats are measured more than 2 metres apart, and there is masks, hand sanitizer and antibacterial spray provided. It's sanitised before and after a woman comes in for an appointment. And both of the rooms, we would slide it to occupied for privacy. And again, the windows have privacy screens, so the woman's in a safe space to be able to talk to the staff. So this is our large seated area, and this is for any women and their children that are coming in to just relax, have a cup of tea, meet with friends. They're a bit curious about what we do. They can come in, maybe they are part of the service, they just want to be here. Our volunteers will also use this space. They'll be able to sit on our nice comfy high back chairs and just relax and enjoy the space. We have a kind of TV seated area also, so if somebody's wanting to maybe watch something on the telly. We also have a PlayStation there. We have a children's play area. This area will keep them occupied. They'll need to be supervised at all times as we don't provide that service. They'll be able to sit over here and enjoy a cup of tea whilst also watching their children. We have a dedicated IT area, and this is also for women that maybe want to come in and update their universal credit journals. Maybe they want to create a CV, apply for jobs, do a bit of coursework, or even just browse the internet. If they need any help accessing anything, then we have a dedicated staff team who'll be more than happy to come along and help them with that. So all the artwork that you see up on the wall, this was all done by our volunteers. When we first opened up the hub, they came in and they decorated the full place. They hung the pictures, the little mirrors, they put up all the lights. And the artwork in the TV corner, this was all created by the women using the art group that we had in our previous office. They wanted to create something that would go up that would be by them, and for women using the service in the future. So this area here, right now it's used to store the furniture that will be going into our co-winning hub when that's ready. And this space, the idea for this is that we'll have a large curtain that will cover the full entryway, and inside there'll be rails of clothing and a large mirror, so a woman will be able to come in, help herself to some clothes, try it on in privacy, and see what she looks like in the mirror. We get a lot of clothing donated. Most of it's brand new, unworn, still with tags on, so That's our idea for this space here, is that a woman who's maybe had to come from a different area, she's maybe not got any clothing or not got a lot of clothing, will be able to just come in and help herself to some nice new clothes, feel good about herself. So this is our large L-shaped room, which will be our group work area. Right now, unfortunately, we're not able to use it, but when we are, this will be where all the groups take place. Our emotions work group, our domestic abuse recovery work group, our Friday fun group and cooking groups and things will all take place in here. We have our stickers placed on the floor around the whole room, and if all the chairs are placed on these stickers, it means that everybody's sat 2 metres apart. It can take a maximum of 13 people spread out throughout right round the corner, keeping their social distance, and when restrictions allow, that's the maximum we would be able to have just now. Obviously at the moment during lockdown we're not able to have this, but the future plans for in here is where our group work would take place. So we're currently running our own food hub, so we're able to provide women that are using our service with food parcels. Our volunteers had made up bags for single women, women with 1 child, women with 2 children, women with 3 children. The staff take these out to any women that might need them, that request a food parcel. We've been very fortunate that we've been able to do that, because not only does it minimise the risk to the staff and the women queuing to go to the food bank, it means that we're in a privileged position to be able to actually support those in the community that need it most. This is our kitchen area, where we have our cooker, oven, hob, we have another microwave, kettle and toaster, so women coming in are able to have a hot meal. We can provide this, we can cook it, we have everything we need to be able to cook a big pot of soup. We can bake, we'll be able to provide a hot meal for women who maybe haven't had. We have a dishwasher, so everything's completely cleaned and sterile, and we have a washing machine as well, so we're able to wash anything for anybody that maybe they don't have a washing machine, or they've just arrived at our door, and we are able to provide all of this for them. So this is where our staff team sit. We have an office here and an office here, so it gives them the privacy that they need to be able to do their jobs and make those phone calls with women, but they're still part of the overall flow of the building. You know, the group room is just through there, the kitchen's just through there, so although they can close the doors if they need to, they're all still part of the one big hub. So upstairs we have more offices and another 2 toilets. We also have a large store cupboard where we store all items that we need for our properties. So unfortunately right now we have this wonderful space to be able to use for women and volunteers, and hopefully in the future we'll be able to use this hub to its full potential. So thank you for joining us on our tour around the new hub. We hope to be able to welcome you in once we're able to open up to the public when it's safe to do so.